Okay, so many of us are here. I would just love like if you would turn your cameras on. And I just want this session to be very interactive. So it is totally okay if you keep yourself on, like you're unmuted and you can ask any questions. If you have any doubts, you can just clear it. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. So let me just start with my introduction. I am Upasna Lalwani and I am from Udaipur. I am a pre-primary teacher since last 8 years. And the best part of being a pre-primary teacher, it's like you have really fun time with kids. I'm sure many of you must be mothers, many of you must be teachers. So, and you must be teaching primary classes too. So we have all type of people around here. So basically today I would just love to tell you that how are rhymes important in every kid's life. Okay, so for that I would love to know how many of us are teachers over here. Okay. Okay, great. So, can you all tell me what do you feel about rhymes or rhythms or stories? Can I have some feedbacks from you? Like, what do you feel? Any of you? Yeah, please, ma'am, continue. No, it's okay if you don't even raise your hand. You can just speak and let me know. That's totally okay. Yes, Radhika, ma'am, please. Can you hear me, ma'am?
And now they can unmute themselves.
Yeah, now I was
Oh,
trying to unmute actually. I am
okay,
a Montessori teacher,
okay,
and rhymes and stories are the best ways to make the students understand and teach them in a very, fun language, in a very
okay,
playful language. So the kids are also going to enjoy a lot while we teach them.
okay. Anyone else? Like anyone else would
Yes,
like to?
I
Yes,
would
ma'am.
like to.
Yeah, please, ma'am.
My name is Payal. I'm from
Yeah.
Mumbai,
Okay.
and I'm also into pre-primary teaching. And see, basically, what I feel is that the attention span of these children is very less.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I would say rhymes and short stories and puppets and all, it attracts them more, and they can be diverted very easily.
Okay.
So I feel rhymes are the best to catch their attention, and
Okay.
put them on track, and to get involved. Basically, it's very involving, I would say.
Okay. Anyone else?
I,
Yes, ma'am. Continue, please. Hi.
I guess that rhyme helps them to improve their memory.
Oh, yes, really. That's true.
That's I think. So they can easily, if we teach something in a rhyme, so they can means it will be memorable for a long time for them.
Exactly. Yes. So you feel that to increase your memory span, we use a lot of rhymes with
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, memory is funny.
Oh, yes, that agree. I agree to it. Anyone else?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
This is Fatima. I'm a teacher actually,
Okay.
and sorry I not speak properly because of my tooth.
Not an issue. Not an issue, ma'am. Not an issue.
Actually, children love rhymes, and we have seen that they learn by heart rhymes within 2 or 3 classes.
Okay.
They enjoy it and they learn it, and I think If we use rhymes in our teaching, that learning will be faster.
Okay, so to learn fast, we use a
Yeah.
lot of rhymes. Okay,
Yes.
that's great, ma'am. That's great. Thank you so much. Anyone else would like to tell me what do you feel? Before I start, I just want to know what are your thoughts on it?
Hi, I'm a mother,
Yeah.
and I feel when we give anything a rhythm to anything, they learn really fast. They learn
Okay.
really fast. And if you do like just like a conversation, if you try to make them learn, it's not easy.
Okay.
But when you just give some rhythm to days of the week or to the months or even months, they learn it really fast.
Okay,
It's
that's
really
great.
easy for them to grasp.
Yes, exactly. Right. Thank you so much, ma'am. Anyone else?
Yeah, and I would also like to add one more thing in this is that since we are using the one of the senses out of the five senses,
Okay.
yeah, so I would say that using one of the five senses, we are using the auditory part, that's the ear.
Okay.
So that is at that time their development is happening. So that is they easily grasp it. Rhymes
Yeah.
and all are grasped very easily at this stage.
Okay. So what do you feel that only at the pre-primary stage kids are able to grasp rhymes or lifelong? What do you feel that?
Lifelong, definitely lifelong.
Lifelong. See, basically what I would like to say is if I give you a song, suppose any of the song going on, abhi jaise recently we've heard kids hearing a lot of believer song. You just give them those 5 lines and tell them that they have to learn it. I'm sure they'll take a long time or they'll be like, we are bored, we don't want to do it. You just give it a rhythm and they'll do it so quick. So that's the point where we are using rhymes, like, to give a rhythm to anything. Just a simple word. If you want your child to clean up the room, you just keep shouting, go and clean up your room, go and clean up the mess around, go and clean up your room, but they won't do it. You just give a small rhythm to it and they'll be happily doing it. So what I feel personally, when like being into, I'm sure you guys, many of you must have more than my experience, but what I have gained from my experience is that kids learn like 100 times faster with rhymes. And to be honest, it's just not about the learning part. It's about everything. Whatever you want the child to do, it is, if you do it through rhyme or rhythm or music or movement, they will be doing it quick. So let me just start a PPT for you. Shweta ma'am, can you just try making me the host once again so that I can share my screen?
Yeah, you can share the screen.
Thank you so much. I'm just loving the feedbacks you are giving on, like, the reflections you are giving in the chat box. Please keep doing that. Okay. So today, I hope all of you can just see my screen. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
You can. Oh, thank you so
Yes.
much, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes,
Okay, so today we are going to learn that why is rhyming important. And as I told you, I'm Upasna Lalwani. So we'll just be going ahead with it. So first, I just want to greet all of you. I hope you like this thing. Let's just sing along. If you all can, unmute and just sing along. How are you? It's so nice to have you here with me today. Good afternoon.
Good
How
morning. How are you?
How
How's what?
you today?
Hello.
Now that we are
Now
together,
that we
learning so much
learning
fun.
so much
The more
fun.
of us are
The more
better.
of
So
us
come
is
on,
better.
everyone.
Good afternoon.
How are you? How do you doing on our day?
afternoon. How are you? It's so nice to meet you. Good afternoon. How are you? How do you do all over day? Now that we are together, learning so much fun. The moment was the best, so come on everyone. Afternoon, how are you? How do you do hello good day? Hello good day.
Okay. So basically, we have always seen like the old school teachings. We've always done good morning, kids, and kids are like, good morning, ma'am, good afternoon, ma'am. We've always been just singing these two words. So let's just think of some new ways in which kids also enjoy to greet you guys, to wish you guys, and they're having fun when they are with you, and the rhymes can be the best thing you can do to them. Okay, so let me just go through what all things, like how a child can have his development through rhymes and rhythms. So first, let's see about the communication and language development. So see, any rhyme you do with kids have a very good vocabulary if you are doing it age appropriate. Suppose you're teaching a grade 2 child, twinkle, twinkle, little star, that won't help him out. But if you're doing a twinkle, twinkle, little star to a nursery child, I am sure he's going to learn a lot of new words. So to develop the language and the communication skills in the children, we are supposed to use a lot of rhymes. Rhymes are fantastic vocabulary boosters. Next, physical development. Okay, so how do you think a child will have his physical development through rhymes? Abhi tak to humne yahi discuss kiya tha, that a child is, learning a lot of things, learning a lot of things, learning a lot of things. But how do you all think that a child can have physical development through rhymes?
Ma'am,
Yeah, please, ma'am,
there are
continue.
so many rhymes, just like head, shoulder, knees, and toes, and like this. So many rhymes.
Yeah,
So in that we use means body parts.
okay.
So means in such rhymes there is a physical development in it.
Okay, that's great. Anyone else would like to reflect on it?
Action songs.
Well, I feel like
We do the action.
Okay, okay,
Action
yes,
plays a
through
major role
action.
in the
Okay,
rhymes.
yes, great. Anyone else?
yeah, when we are saying rhymes, it has a music also. They enjoy dancing with the action. So which is a
Exactly.
physical development.
Exactly, yes. What else? Okay, let's just read about it. So for physical development, as we all discussed, that we are supposed to act out with kids, like to just sing a rhyme, we are supposed to be kids. अगर आप ये नहीं सोचेंगे कि आप खुद बच्चे हैं, like you have to be empathetic with kids when you are doing a rhyme session with them. And if you act out their favorite rhyme or anything about an activity, if you just act out with them, I am sure they are going to learn and they are going to have good physical development through that. So next is creativity. Okay, so can anyone reflect on creativity?
Different ways of expressing. When you are
Exactly.
saying a rhyme, you have to express. You can do various kinds of action with it.
Exactly, yes. So, but that is about movement, the music and movement. We're talking about movement. But what do you think is the creativity behind the rhymes?
And with the help of the words in the rhyme, they start analyzing the word, what actually it means.
Yes,
So-
that goes into vocabulary. That goes into vocabulary. I totally agree, ma'am. That goes into vocabulary. We've talked about music and movement, the physical development which kids have during the rhyme session. What else? What else do you
So,
think? How do they become creative?
creative is something, it's not only the rhymes, but with many things we can go in a rhyming way.
Exactly. Like,
Like if in case they are writing a letter, we have asked them to write a letter, so they can write it with a lot many words which they have learned with that letter. So like
exactly.
for and aeroplane, and so we can go with that. So which will be a creative way of learning, and they will learn it easily.
Exactly. Yes.
Ma'am,
So,
their imagination power also increases. Ma'am, their imagination power increases by thinking about the rhyme. They imagine like stars and moons. So imagination power increases. So creativity also increases. उन्हें समझ में आएगा how to draw a star, how to draw moon, like that.
exactly. Yes. So,
They also try
do
to
you- yeah, please, ma'am, continue.
they also try to conversate in a rhyming manner.
Exactly, yes.
That I
So
find is very creative in
I
that
would
age.
just give you a very small example. There's one of my students here in the town. So whenever I meet him, like he was just 3.5 years old. We were doing a lot of colors, like, how do we introduce colors? No. So I was just thinking one day that, it's so boring to teach a kid that this is red, this is blue, this is green, this is something, this is something. So when we started the concept of rhyme, and we understood that rhymes are mostly made up with rhyming words, one day I was wearing something peach. As I reached his house, he was like, "Peach, peach, please teach." So it's the kids' imagination. Yeah, it's the kids' imagination which comes out of their mind when we are doing rhymes with them. So like whatever, like, if you're teaching the colors, you can be like green, green, act like Mr. Bean, peach, peach, please let me teach. So we can do like brown, brown, don't act like a clown. So we have a lot of things to do with the rhyme, and that is what comes under creativity. So if, like, suppose you are doing a rhyme with them, twinkle twinkle little star, or Johnny Johnny yes papa, just just ask them to act it up. And you see, if there are 30 students in your class, all 30 would be acting in a different manner. Nobody would be same till you teach them any specific action. Nobody would be same. So basically, creativity comes out when we are doing a lot of rhymes with them. They become more creative with the actions. They become more creative with the drawings. Their imagination power increases, which is all very true. So how do they become creative? The act, again, the thing which we discussed, we keep them engaged. We do a lot of voice modulation while we are doing rhymes. We'll come on voice modulation after after seeing the benefits of it. Okay, so and as you all also told, there are many other benefits too of doing rhymes. So now I would just love any one of you to tell me any single rhyme with voice modulation. Can anyone do that for me, please? Any rhyme would go, a small rhyme, a big rhyme, anything, whichever you are comfortable with.
Johnny, Johnny, can I sing?
Yeah, please, ma'am. Anything would go.
Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa. Eating sugar, no, Papa. Telling lies, no, Papa. Open your mouth.
Ha, ha, ha. Oh, perfect. Next, anyone else would like to do it for me, please? Because now you have to just gear up yourselves, because you all have to do rhymes, Abhi, after the theory part. Anyone else?
I'll do.
Please continue, yeah.
I'll do 5 Little Monkeys.
Anything would go.
Okay, everyone, come on. Come on, we are going to today, children, we are going to do 5 Little Monkeys. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5. 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell down and broke his head. Mama called the doctor. Doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. Little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell down and broke his head. Mama called the doctor. Doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed.
Perfect. So, see, any rhyme you do with a kid, be it any rhyme. जैसे अभी इससे पहले ma'am did Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa, eating sugar, no, Papa. So, we are teaching the concept of yes and no in that. When we are doing 5 little monkeys, it covers your physical development, it covers your numeracy skills. You can teach subtraction to it through kids. You can teach them safety rules. You can teach them what a community helpers like doctor. So in just one rhyme, trust me, there are a lot of things which you can cover. Like suppose any other rhyme. Okay, can anyone tell me any other rhyme?
Can I say, ma'am?
Yeah, please, ma'am, please.
Actually, my voice will be little this one because of the pain. Okay, I'll
No
try.
problem at all. No problem at all.
I'm a brave little hunter. Can you see my gun? I going to the forest and have a lot of fun. Sometimes I see a tiger. When it chases me, I quickly turn around and run away, you see.
Great. So again, time, what did we cover? We covered the concept of rhyming words. We covered the concept of prepositions in English. We've covered the concept of wild animals. Oh, okay. Why did you only take tiger when you're talking about forest?
It's a
Why did
dangerous
you not
animal.
take a dog?
It's a dangerous animal.
Yeah, because it lives in a forest. It's a dangerous animal.
I think in this more of language development is happening.
Exactly, more of language development, and a lot of concepts can be covered in any of the rhyme. You see, you take any rhyme, be it Johnny Johnny, Twinkle Twinkle, 5 Little Monkeys, आप कोई भी rhyme लेंगे, उसमें you are going to cover a lot of concept. आप maths पढ़ाना चाहते हैं बच्चे को, आप maths पढ़ा सकते हैं. आप English पढ़ाना चाहते हैं, you can teach English. You want Hindi, you can do Hindi, maths, EVS. You can do a lot of concept just through the rhymes. Okay, so now how do you think we are supposed to introduce a rhyme to kid? Like, do you think bas ab gaye class mein and you're like, let's do 5 Little Monkeys? You also know कि आप 5 बार 5 Little Monkeys बुलवाएंगे, बच्चे को learn हो जाएगा. But do you think that's a right way of doing it? Do you think should we follow any way, any
No.
pattern?
First, create an environment.
Perfect. How do you create an environment for rhyme, ma'am?
If suppose outside is raining, I will take advantages of it and start rain, go on like this poem.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. Yes, that's nice.
Prompts.
Through prompts. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. What other things can you do? See, Abhi, it
There's
is
a basic.
yeah.
We need to act out.
Feel that we can take 5 children and dress them up as monkeys,
Okay. Okay. Right.
With-
Exactly.
either with the help of some masks, which is
Okay.
very readily available.
Okay.
And that's about all. And we can just take 5 of them,
Yeah.
make them wear masks, and make them enact the rhyme. They can enact that rhyme.
Exactly. Okay. So, do you think instead of taking 5 kids, 5 teachers would do it, and that would be better than that?
I'm in a class, 5 teachers is a
Yeah,
little.
like, see, we used to do in our school, like we used to take help of our colleagues, or we used to merge up the sections together.
Yeah.
So basically, if we are introducing a rhyme, make sure you are doing a circle time with kids. If you do circle time with kids, you can involve every child in the rhyme. If you're doing it, if the kids are sitting in a row, if they are just sitting in the class, like on their benches and like that, all the kids won't be involved. Some of them would be looking outside the window, some of them would be teasing their friends, some of them would be doing something else, and half of them would be doing the rhyme. So whenever you have your offline schools, I don't know where all we have started or no, but then whenever this offline school starts, let's try to put the circle time for your rhyme sessions, rhyme or story. If you do any rhyme, any story, try doing it with circle time. That would be beneficial for you guys. So let's just see what all ways do I feel that can help you doing the rhymes. So it's 5 easy ways to introduce rhymes into your settings. So first, it can be choose a simple rhyme and don't take a very difficult rhyme initially. Take a very simple rhyme and make a paper craft or some puppet or some toy. Take any tool with it and do it. Just introduce it in the class, and I'm sure kids are going to love it. So the rhyme should be simple for them initially. Next, it can be also, if you're doing a rhyme, try doing it rhyme of the week. Like introduce one rhyme in a week and do it 2-3 times in a day, so that kids are thorough with it. Kids enjoy it at the fullest, and then you introduce to some new rhyme. So you can also share some flashcards, share some picture books, rhyme books with kids. Showing flashcards or using puppets will help them to enhance more of the vocabulary, more of imagination power. If you show them something and do, like अभी जैसे मैम ने बताया कि अगर हम बच्चों को मास्क पहना देंगे या ड्रेसअप कर दोगे, तो वो राइम बच्चे को उसकी मेमोरी में फिक्स हो जाएगा. Like it won't just, they won't forget it. It won't just vanish from their memory. If you use some craft or some toy or some puppet or anything, if you show them and do, वो कभी भी उनकी memory से vanish नहीं होगा. Next, so once you are done with 6-7 rhymes for a kid, make a rhyme bag. Like, keep the rhyme, write the rhymes on the paper, keep it in the bag, ask the kids to take out a paper and then read that, enact that rhyme with them. So give kids also chance to be a part of the class. It's not just the kids have to be interactive in the class, and kids have to choose what they want to do. अगर आप बच्चों को अपनी मर्जी से rhymes करवाएंगे and उन्हें नहीं पसंद होगी, तो they will not take interest. So just to avoid the complications or the problems, just make a rhyme bag. In either you can just write the rhymes on a paper, or you can put the props or some pictures related to it in the bag, so that when kids just take it out, it's easy for you also and for them also to recognize the rhyme and to sing the rhyme. Then, as I told you, make flashcards of the rhyme, make the paper should be, the rhyme should be written in front of them. See, many a times it happens that kids are not able to read. Like, of course, we don't expect a nursery or an LKG or a senior KG child to read the rhyme, but have a concept of Rebus poems. Anyone of you is aware of this Rebus poem or Rebus stories? Is there anyone who's aware of it?
No, ma'am. What is that?
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
Say it something in a backward way. I mean, starting from the end.
No. Rebus doesn't mean that.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I'll tell you what does Rebus story means. Rebus poem or Rebus story. So suppose it's a nursery and you want to what? Is anyone reflecting on something? Okay. So suppose you are doing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. So just write twinkle, twinkle, little star. So instead of writing the words which they know, just draw something at place of that. So how it happens is, like, suppose you show them the flashcard of this poem, they see a star in it and they'll just start guessing what rhyme it can be. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So suppose you are doing 5 little monkeys with them. Just write down number 5, little, and then draw monkey over there. So let them guess what exactly are we going to teach them. It's already taught to them once, but then when you're doing a recap of it, try doing it in a rebus way. You can do rebus stories and rebus poems both. It's not necessary that only poems can be done in a rebus way. You can use it for stories as well. But whenever you're showing them the flashcard, try that there are some pictures on it. So, and let them guess it, that what rhyme it can be. जैसे अगर सपोज आपने मंकी बनाया तो वो कुछ हिंदी में भी राइम बता देंगे, बंदर की कोई राइम बता देंगे, कोई मंकी की राइम बताएगा, कोई मतलब सब लोग अलग अलग राइम्स गैस करेंगे. And let them guess it so that you also get to know what all they know about different rhymes. Okay, so before before we go to the rhymes, I would just love all of you to stand and we'll do a rhyme session together. Can we all please do that? Make a space for yourself and we'll just do a very simple rhyme. 5 little monkeys, which ma'am did, but ma'am, you were sitting. So let's just stand and do it together. I would like the maximum of you, if you can just turn on the cameras. Whosoever possible, jin ke liye bhi possible hai, you all can turn on your cameras and just stand and make a space for yourself. Okay. So, can you all hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Okay, so I would love if you can unmute your camera, unmute yourself and turn on your cameras. And see, suppose today I'm going to introduce the concept of numbers to my kids. Like we are doing a revision for it. And my kids already know the numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They know it already. So how we can go ahead with it? Can you, we already singing together, okay? And jumping and pumping together, right? Will you all be doing it? Okay, great. So 1, 2, 3, go. 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell down and his head.
Mama called the doctor and the doctor said,
No more
monkeys jumping on the bed.
So out of four, 1 fell off. Can you tell me how many monkeys are left? 4. Yes, that's amazing. 3 and 4. 4 little monkeys jumping on the bed.
One fell down and his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said,
No more monkeys jumping on the bed. So out of 4, 1 fell off. How many monkeys are left?
3.
Yes, 2 and 3. 3 little monkeys jumping on the bed. 1
Fell down and broke his head. Mama called the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed.
So out of 3, 1 fell off. How many are left?
2.
2. 2 little monkeys jumping on the bed.
1 fell down and broke his head. Mama called the doctor said,
No more monkeys jumping on the bed. So out of 2, 1 fell off. How many are left? 1. That's amazing. 1 little monkey jumping on the bed. 1 fell
fell down and broke his head.
Mama called the doctor say
No more
monkeys
Jumping on the
jumping on the
Yay!
bed.
Amazing. So, whenever you're doing a rhyme, try that if the rhyme is rhyme needs more of physical things like physical movements, ask the kid to stand, jump around, run around so that they learn it fast. Okay. So, Acha, there's one question by me to you all. Whenever you travel along with your kids or you're in a school, what do you do? Like, suppose you're traveling with your kid, what do you think you should do? I'm sure kids just keep on speaking. Either they'll have their screen time or they'll just speak. So what do you think can be a better way to, keep them engaged and keep them busy with the things or to increase vocabulary there too?
We played Antakshari, word Antakshari.
Oh, that's great. Okay. What other things?
Word
do you think
building.
Word building. Okay, nice.
And as we are moving across, like whatever comes, like, they can identify the colors and identify the names on the stores,
Okay, exactly.
read the
yes.
names.
What
They
other
can do
things?
that, or for example, like if they have studied about, like, trees, plants and all, they can identify, like, what are herbs,
Okay,
trees.
okay.
So all such things will it becomes a learning for them, and the travel also will be interesting, not boring.
Okay, that's great. What other
And
things
even
you guys do?
even my son is so small, so when I identify the vehicle, it's car, it's auto rickshaw,
Okay, that's
it's
great. That's
run
great,
on
ma'am.
the
What
road.
other things
Like,
do you think? Am I audible? Because I think some of network issues
yes,
happening
audible,
from my
ma'am.
side.
Yes, audible,
I'm
ma'am.
audible. Oh, okay, that's great. So what do you think? What other things can we do with the kids? Think any
And
other
one
thing
day,
you do with your kids?
yes, one day I asked my son, you go in a gate, count
Okay.
how many steps in our house and gate.
Okay. So
How
you
many
can do
steps?
quantification with them.
Yes, ma'am.
Even
Okay,
sometimes
what other thing?
please, stories framing, just like I give one sentence, my baby says the second sentence of a story.
Okay.
So like this, we complete one story.
Okay, that's great. So storytelling can be okay. So suppose once
They can
I
also
was
create
traveling-
rhymes with the things what they're seeing around.
Exactly.
They can create their own
exactly.
rhymes.
Whatever they're seeing around, you can do a rhyme with them through a game. How we can go ahead with it? So let's play a game. Look at where we are. Tell me, what do you see? So let the kid answer what all things they see and play. You can play a game like this. Like, I see a tree. Then you can say, I see a car. I see a man walking on the road. So in this way, you can cover a lot of stories in it. You can also do sounds like phonic sounds with that. If suppose you are seeing a man walking on the road, you can be like, I see a man walking on the road. I see a tree on the road. So whenever, like, suppose whatever you are seeing around, you can tell the sounds to the kids. This is the way you can do rhymes with them. So there is one really nice board. I don't know if how many of you know it, or if somebody of you are from Bombay or Jaipur, because there people are into it. Just let me know if you've heard of Waldorf stories, like Waldorf schools.
Yes, Waldorf school. I've actually done preschool management also, so
Okay, so Waldorf school, basically, like we have CBSE, we have Cambridge, we have IB. Same way, we have Waldorf schools also, where what they do in Waldorf schools, what special they do is they teach kids rhyme for everything. Like be it good morning, be it good afternoon, be it their lunch time, be it their cleanup time. So for every small thing, Waldorf schools do rhymes, and trust me, their rhymes are so amazing with vocabulary. Like a child can learn at least 10 new words in every rhyme of theirs. I'll just share some of the rhymes with you, and rest I'm sure you will be finding on Google. If you put Waldorf schools rhymes, there are a lot of rhymes which these guys follow. Let me just show you. And please unmute. You can unmute yourself and you can sing along with me. Some fun rhymes for you. Okay, so this is a cleanup rhyme for them. So for every transition, you need to be rhythmic. You need to be rhyming with them. Suppose they are just playing with the toys. Now it's lunch time for them. So just give them a small 2 minute rhyme session. Let's just sing this rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star,
Where you are, smile upon your face. Twinkle, twinkle, little star,
Forget them.
So it's just a very, very, very small rhyme with just 4 lines. But if you sing this for the kids, I am sure they are going to love cleaning up the mess they have done instead of feeling it a burden. Let's just do it once again, but let me speak and then you guys can repeat. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Time to clean up where you are. Put the toys back in the place. Keep a smile upon your face.
Keep a smile upon your face.
Twinkle, twinkle, little
star.
Clean up
Where you are.
Okay, let's just move to the next rhyme. Okay, so a morning verse. Like हमारे जब बच्चे आते हैं, I am sure many of us are just like, good morning kids, how are you all? Good morning, how are you all? But this is really a good rhyme for mothers if you want to wake up your kids, or for teachers if you're welcoming your kids in the class. It goes like, good morning dear earth, good morning dear sun, good morning, dear flowers and the fairies, everyone. Good morning, dear beast and the birds in the tree. Good morning to you and good morning to me. Now we can all, you can repeat after me. Good morning, dear earth.
Good morning,
dear
dear sun.
Good morning,
dear sun.
Good morning, dear friends and the fairies, everyone.
Good morning,
dear flowers and fairies, everyone.
Good morning, dear bees and the birds in the tree.
Good
Morning, dear beast and the birds in the tree.
Good morning to you. Good morning to
Morning to you and good morning me.
So with just this small rhyme, you know what, how you can do this rhyme with them. Just take them for a nature walk outside in the garden, or take them to the terrace of your house. Take them to somewhere where they can be exposed to a lot of nature, and then do this rhyme. Through this rhyme, you can teach them about earth, you can teach them about sun, you can teach them about flowers, you can teach them about tree, you can tell them that birds live in a tree, and you can also tell them that sun, why are we wishing good morning to sun and not to the moon? Because sun always rises in the morning and not in the night. So basically, these are very small rhymes which we can use for our kids. Now, this is a summer verse. This is again a very small rhyme. See, it's like flaming light, shine so bright, flaming light, give your might, make us strong and make us bold, turn our world to living gold. This is just about summers. How you can explain them about summers, that summers are so shiny, they are so bright, and then we are asking the sun to turn the world into gold. How are we supposed to turn into gold? When the sun will shine on us, our earth will be bright. So that's the way we can teach them the summer rhyme. Can you just sing this rhyme?
Yes.
Flaming light,
Flaming
shine so
light,
bright,
shine so bright.
Give
Give you my
flaming light, give your might.
Flaming light,
give your might.
Make us strong and make us bold.
Make us strong and
Make us bold.
Us strong, us bold.
Make us
Turn
strong.
our world,
and
turn our world to living gold.
turn
Turn our world to living gold.
Okay. So now next is, it's again a very cute rhyme where kids are going to learn a lot. It is just about a frog. So I would just like if any one of you would read out for me. Any one of you.
a brown little frog lived in a pool. The sun was so hot and the water so cool. He stayed in the pool the whole day long, singing his dear little
Little song. Quaggery, quaggery, quaggery dee. No one was ever happy so
as me. Happy as me.
So in this, again, we are teaching the kids about the sensations, how they feel water cool, where frog lives, what sound frog is making, how is a frog happy, why is he happy. So these are all the Waldorf rhymes which we are doing with kids. There are many other rhymes of Waldorf or anything. Like, you know, एक बहुत simple सी rhyme है के ऊपर आपके बच्चे जिनके भी बेबीज हैं वो सुनते ही होंगे. It's a Hindi rhyme, एक मोटा हाथी. So is anyone aware of this rhyme? एक मोटा हाथी?
Yes.
So let's just sing together and see what difference does it make. एक मोटा हाथी
चला
मकड़ी के जाल
में जाके वो
जाके वो फंसा.
जाल को देखा
जाल
देख
को देखा देख के
दूसरे हाथी को इशारे से
हाथी को इशारे से बुलाया इधर आ
इधर आ इधर आ इधर आ दो मोटे हाथी
चले मकड़ी के जाल में जाके वो फंसे।
मकड़ी के जाल देखो तो जरा
तीसरे हाथी को इशारे से बुलाया इधर आ इधर आ इधर आ।
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you all hear me?
yes ma'am
Okay. So how it goes is, again, let me sing it again because I think I missed my connection. Let's sing it from Teen Mote Hathi. Teen Mote Hathi झूम के चले मकड़ी के जाल में जाके वो फंसे।
जाल को देखा देखे डरे हाथी को इशारे से बुलाया इधर आ इधर आ इधर आ।
चार मोटे हाथी झूम के चले मकड़ी जाल को देखा देखे डरे पांचवें हाथी को इशारे से बुलाया इधर आ इधर आ इधर आ। So the more actions you give to a rhyme, kids are enjoying, like kids are going to enjoy it. आप जितने ज्यादा एक्शंस देंगे बच्चों को, जितना ज्यादा म्यूजिक देंगे बच्चों को, बच्चे उतना ज्यादा एंजॉय करेंगे। So anything you would like to sum up for it, like anything you would if you have any doubts, you can just come across with if you have any doubts, you can ask me. If you have if you want to share anything you've done with kids, you can share, please.
I have a doubt, ma'am. Before physical education, physical development.
Yeah.
I joined late, so you told that this is the second thing, physical development. What was the first thing which you told, ma'am? Rhymes.
It was communication and the language development.
Okay, okay.
It was communication and the language development, in which we've discussed that whatever rhyme you are doing with kids, it is giving a lot of memory, lot of vocabulary to them. You give them one rhyme and they're going to learn 10 new words from it. So this is basically the how important rhymes are. We are giving them communication development, we are giving them language development, we are giving them physical development, we are making them creative, we are making their memories sharp, and the memory become long lasting.
Ma'am, one query is there. Is there any way to teach multiplication?
See, I'm sure there must be. In Waldorf schools, the way they teach the tables, it's like 2 and 2 goes 2, 2 goes 1.
Excuse me, ma'am.
It's 2. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, they can refer to Jack Hartman's videos to learn mathematics with the rhymes.
Yeah, exactly. So there are a
Jack
lot
Hartman.
of rhymes, and see, it's not about you get rhymes on YouTube or on Google or anywhere. You can just keep creating your own rhymes.
That's right. That's right.
Rhymes doesn't need much of effort from us. No, whatever you are teaching, teach them in a rhythmic way, and it becomes a rhyme.
That's right. Thank you.
I'm sure you must have done the training for phonics. In that we learn Q and U are best best friends because they are always together. So what I did to my junior KG kids was I just told them in a rhythmic way. I told them you and you are best friends, so we are always together.
Yes.
Since they are in grade 2 now, trust me, whenever they are writing any Q word, they repeat this line in the same rhythm.
That's nice.
So, yeah, you just give them any line and give them with the rhythm. I am sure they are going to learn it, and it is never going to vanish from their memory. Anything else? So, acha, okay. So can you all tell me how many of you do Hindi rhymes with kids? Like while you introduce swar to them, is there any rhyme you do with them?
Mostly we do that aloo bete kahan gaye the.
No, but then that won't be good for the swar.
For itself as a rhyme, ma'am. Like that, ma'am.
Okay, so let me just tell you a new rhyme. I'm sure that would be a new rhyme to you. So what I do with my kids is se anar meetha danedar. A se aam दादाजी सलाम. छोटी इसे इमली खट्टी और मीठी. बड़ी इसे ईख ऊंचा होना सी. ऊ से उल्लू कैसा सोया लल्लू. बड़े उसे ऊन दादाजी की मूछ. ए से एड़ी कैसी तू है टेढ़ी. आई से ऐनक नानी जी की ऐनक. ओ से ओखली अंदर से है खोखली. औ से औरत ममता की मूरत. अंग से अंगूर वो भागा लंगूर. अह खाली बच बजाओ ताली. So these are some small rhymes which you can, when you are revising the swar with them, you can use this kind of rhyme. So what I'll do is I'll just make a small Word document for you all and share it with you, the rhymes which you can actually use. And they're really very small rhymes, but that gives a lot of impact on kids' brain. Look, if you just do it once, they'll जैसे ही मेरी क्लास में आता है अंग से अंगूर वो भागा लंगूर. Trust me, every child is running around, and जैसे ही आएगा अ खाली बच्चों बजाओ ताली, they'll be back to their place. So it's like they have fun also and they learn also. So I'll just make a small PDF or a small Word document for some rhymes and I'll share it with you. I've shared the name of Waldorf schools because nowadays kids are hearing so many rhymes on YouTube. So when you do in the class, they're like, "Hame to pehle se hi aati hai, ma'am, we to know it already." So I'll just share some links with you, some rhymes with you for the kids. And whenever you are doing a rhyme, make sure you are doing rhyme of a week. Do it with a lot of pictures, lot of flashcards, a lot of drawings around, or use a lot of paper craft, some puppets, some toys. You can use any small thing for that. And do it, introduce one rhyme every week. And then when you're done with 7 or 8 rhymes, try doing it rhyme back. Take out any object and suppose you've taken out an elephant. So ask them which rhyme can we do with the elephant and let them come up for it and give their suggestions that which rhyme they like, they would love to do. And I'm sure they are going to enjoy a lot in the class and they are going to learn it. So any doubts if you have, you can just ask or we'll sum up the session. Let me go through. Okay, I would just love if you send me the feedbacks. Thank you so much. I'm getting it now also. But then if you can share your feedbacks in the group, it would mean to me a lot. and I'll just share a PDF or a Word document with you for the rhymes. And if you have anything which you want to talk to me, I am already in the group. You can take my number from there. We can talk anytime. You need any help for any preschooler or any toddler, some activities, games, or anything, let me know. I'm always there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.